Konnichiwa fucking well, lads. It's St. Drake. So we're going to do an EU4 Prussia guide today. I'm going to show you an opening that will allow you to skip Poland being a massive cunt and annexing the whole of Danzig before you're even able to get your fucking German pants on. So obviously we're going to be playing as Brandenburg in the 1444 start, and we're going to focus on basically beating Poland to Danzig by 1450. Hopefully by using them as a massive fucking bludgeon to hit the fucking Teutonic Order with, but well, we'll see how it goes. So before we start though, I'm going to do my historical waffle that I always like to do at the start of these videos, because it is the only time I get to use my fucking history degree, even though I don't really give too much of a shit about medieval German history. I am a fucking Byzantophile, a Byzantaboo, a fucking weeb for Greek history basically. So anyway, let's crack on. So you probably know quite a lot about Prussia. The great German Protestant power was the equivalent of the fucking Space Marines basically. They bred Master Chiefs, sent them out to kill French people pretty often. Well, they were so effective in fact that no one really fucking invaded there, to be honest, except for Napoleon. So that says quite a lot. Sadly though, we're not playing the OP Prussians, but we're playing their, what's a good analogy? The Charmeleon version of the Prussian Charizard. Is that a good analogy? I don't know, it makes me feel fucking old. Anyway, you are playing as the Margrave of Brandenburg, an elected prince in charge of a tree, a swamp, some really angry German people, and fuck all else. You're basically useless, no one gives a fuck, and anybody is down in Austria sloshing on Habsburg knob or chin. So, how do we emulate such crimson chin-like wonder? Well, we have to form Prussia and ideally become Protestant, although I don't recommend that actually. If you're Catholic or Orthodox or any other religious denomination, ha, that's the dangerous thing to say, who enjoys such wondrous stuff. Obviously, Brandenburg then becomes Prussia, which goes on to dominate Central Europe in the 17th, and the 18th and 19th century, partitioning Poland, fighting the French, contributing towards the defeat of Napoleon. Don't you British people forget that, that will piss off the Germans. Alright guys, let's begin. Alright, so here we go. The goal here is going to be to ally Austria, Poland, Ansbach and Anhalt. The last two we're going to ally so we can get a personal union over them potentially if RNGesus praises us this day, which he never fucking does. I'm going to skip some of the battles because it would take too long. So obviously the first thing you should do is build to force limit, which is 11. Go through your heir and general. Well, your heir, your ruler and your generals to see if you can get a good one. Go to your estates if you have the DLC and basically smash those mana points. With the nobility, just grant a generalship to get a good one, hopefully. You do not want to exceed the nobility influence, which is pretty high there. Okay, so obviously ally Poland and Austria first. Austria is the priority to ally because they will find other ones very quickly. It helps late game. If you have a good military advisor, I suggest you select them. And obviously Ansbach, which you'll find in southern Germany, and Anhalt, which you'll find as a neighbour to your southwest. Royal marriages, please. Let's get it going. Pomerania is the first enemy, so we're going to build a spy network there so we can fabricate a claim in case the Neumark event does not fire. We're going to build a spy network in the Teutonic Order as well. Try and counteract the RNG. You're going to have to improve relations with Poland to get the alliance. Poland is the priority alliance actually in the whole of this because you're going to need them to fight the Teutonic Order. With regards to Pomerania, you do not want them to have a major ally or more than 2 OPMs. If that happens, restart. It will be a massive pain in the fucking arse to fight them. Same can be said for the Teutonic Order. If they ally Poland, Austria, or anyone that you are going to use to your advantage, restart. A warning would be Bohemia. They're very strong, so beware them. So obviously I've not clicked any rivals yet. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it now for Pomerania and the Teutonic Order, but it's not essential to rival straight away. And obviously click your mission prompts when they come up. Specifically for the Neumark one, you're going to need the claims. We're using the mission tree to do our opener. Okay. That's it. Allied with fucking Dricksmarken, I don't know what the fuck that says. I don't speak German. I only have a fucking GCSE in it. I haven't done GCSEs for 10 fucking years. Okay, so as soon as your claim is ready to go, which for me, luckily it is, it doesn't matter which one you pick to fabricate on, you want to make sure your army's at 100%, and then you're going to stick your Brandenburgian penis inside of Pomerania and hopefully make a wonderful Prussian baby. Although it's still rather early, so don't get ahead of yourself, you dirty dog. Okay, so here we go. Fucking smash the button. Don't click humiliate rival, whatever you do. There we go, let's go to war. So you should stack wipe the 6k Pomeranian army straight away. I've got 2 OPMs to fight. I'm very lucky that the Fate of Neumark just fired then. You need to click yes. You need that land. So you can basically get closer towards the Teutonic Order, who are the boss, the Bowser of this early game. So if you've had any bad alliances here, you will get absolutely fucked by Pomerania. I did not have any junior partners join, so I'm completely beholden to my own abilities, which is incredibly terrifying because I'm shit. Hopefully, you are significantly better than me, boys and girl, if there is any. I doubt that. So, once Neumark is fired, you can now take loans. I should have said that before. Once Neumark's fired, you can now take loans. If you have loans beforehand, more than 4, it won't fire. And actually, you want that piece of territory. So you can take Kolberg and, what's it called? Stolp? Fucking terrible name. Kolberg and Stolp, so you have direct land access to the Teutonic Order. Obviously, you have the claims bonus if you manage to annex the whole of Pomerania. If you can't annex the whole of Pomerania, Kolberg and Stolp are enough. So you can fabricate claims. I'm going to absolutely fucking hemorrhage my economy, because I'm a fucking crackhead, and attempt to take all of this, and I'm going to fuck up here because they love to reinforce and I love to play on 5 speed like a fucking madman. I do not value my own sanity. So I'm going to fast forward this because honestly it's fucking boring. I somehow win because I am basically Tacitus reborn. Okay, so here's the peace screen. Take as much gold as you can, piece them out separately for more gold. Stolp, Kolberg, and Pomerania as a vassal. That's what you want. Smash that fucking mission success button for those claims. Those sweet, sweet perma claims. Thank you, Paradox, for effectively fueling my addiction to blobbing. So, hopefully, your army is not complete shit, and your economy is not complete shit, and you're ready to fight the Teutonic Order. If it is, you're fucked. So, I don't know what you want me to tell you, really. You might have to go back and redo it. This did take me a couple of tries. So, I think 4 times I was successful out of 10. The other 6 times, I was literally screaming at RNGesus to save my fucking soul. And he did not oblige. So obviously you go into Teutonic Order. And basically the goal here now is in January 1550, when Poland's truce expires, we want to engage the Teutonic Order and hopefully they have shit allies. Luckily this time they do. Sometimes they ally Bohemia and you're left questioning why you exist. as a Bohemian Czech rains down on you from his fucking cavalry. So the goal here is to secure Danzig and Königsberg. Danzig stops the Prussian confederacy event from firing for the Teutonics and allows you to secure the territory without having the historical mistake of losing that massive fucking corridor, the Danzig corridor, to the Polish. So we want Danzig and Königsberg as priority. What I'm doing here, if you have the Cossacks DLC, is marking which territory I want. This is really important because it allows me to get all of the territory even if Poland conquers it unless they have a claim. So I can then dish it out afterwards. I don't want to lose any of this territory really to Poland if I can help it. And I'm probably going to fast forward to the actual war. I'm just letting manpower reserves recover, trying to fix my economy, trying to get those troop volumes in. Poland is going to do most of the heavy lifting. I'm just going to take territory. If you don't have the Cossacks DLC, by the way, with regards to the fact that I marked some of that territory before through the diplomatic screen, then you're going to have to just basically beeline Danzig and Königsberg, which you can do because of the way the forts are structured. You go to Shell, Danzig, Königsberg. The Poles will get stuck on Marienburg. Okay, there you go. That's the war declaration. So, war goal, ideally one that allows you to tick over faster. Danzig is the closest one, so you tick over pretty quick if you secure Danzig. Obviously you can't take Danzig first though, so you should probably set it for Tischel. Is it Tischel? That sounds really French. I'm splitting my armies in half because I'm a fucking moron. And I've forgotten the fact that actually they can't reach it before me. So look, this is it guys. I'm going to fast forward this because you don't need to see this. They have shit allies. Basically, focus those two. So, here we go. So basically, take as much gold as possible. Do not create a coalition against you unless you save scum like a fucking genius. Unless you really want to redo that shit again, because I really fucking don't. I'm not looking forward to 1.3 coming back, where I am obligated to re-upload this video in 1.3, because otherwise it's a shit guide. But there you go, taken all of it, given the Poles some land, so as to not anger them, paid off my loans, and that's it. You know, so basically as soon as the truce expires next time, I'm going to re-go for it. Obviously, if they have strong allies, you might want to annul treaties. I annul treaties with the Livonian Order, because the Livonian Order is a massive pain in the arse. And you really want to close people out. Now, whilst that's sat there, you can invade Mecklenburg and try and get that Lübeck trade node set up as your trade capital. We'll go from there. So that's it guys. As ever, if you've enjoyed my wondrous voice and my wisdom, please, like, comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if it works for you. And subscribe so I can escape my Japanese igloo. As ever guys, take care. Ciao lads.